and they came into practice and the focus just wasn't there. So Eric had to challenge them a little bit. And then Jarrett challenged them after the practice saying, hey, if this happens again, don't rely on us coaches to do that. We're not a coach-driven program, we're a player-driven program. But it was a great miss opportunity. All right? The team should have realized that the focus isn't where it needs to be. Let's bring it in, let's say something, and then okay, now let's get back to it. So in time, this team will do that. But so it was just a great opportunity that they did not take full advantage of. So that's something that the coaches, they're always looking for these hits and misses. That's how leadership happens. Not by bringing in a speaker and doing all these funsy games. It's funsy games. But leadership is learned on the job. So by Jarrett and Eric challenging the team in that way, they taught so many more valuable leadership lessons that any team building seminar can. So it's just, again, the idea of having something to kind of use as a springboard and talking through your team, and maybe even, which is even better, identifying players that you have already who do some of these things. So then their teammates can use them as models. Right? Again, that's how true leadership happens. Checking my time. Some of the goals that we have for our leadership development program here, we do it for a few reasons. One, we want to win. All right? And by empowering our leaders, they're going to help the coaches lead this team. Player-driven means player-driven. And usually, and we do have 6 members of our captain council, and they are to help the team adhere to our team rules. We need to have our captains help our team communication, help us function better. All right? And then finally, we're going to help you learn more individual leadership skills as well. All right? Some of the priorities, and we're going to have this discussion with our leaders today during lunch. So we're still in the process of doing this. All right? One of what we always remind them of is that you're going to help lead this team the best and the most by what you do on the court. Right? And you may be the best listener. You may do all of these things on this left side, which is great. But are you making plays? All right? If we need an ace, we really need a side out. Are you the player to do it? So we want the focus to be on you. Make sure you are right. Make sure your game is right. And then your next step is, how are your teammates? Look left, look right, assist your teammates, and then kind of your third priority is team. What's the pulse of the team? Maybe even just like that practice yesterday morning, the captains may have been a little bit too focused on themselves, and they didn't see that the team really didn't start out focused. So eventually they need to learn that skill. Let's get me right first, and take that quick little, I call it the team barometer. How are we doing? And we teach our captains to do that from time to time. And Jarrett will wait. He'll try not to show it on his outward signs that he's not happy. But he kind of waits. He waits a little bit longer, couple more reps, and we're hoping that the captains see that's, okay, now we have to step in. This isn't good. But Jarrett will eventually, like he did yesterday, well, Eric stepped in yesterday, then they'll step in. But the idea, one or all of the captains, once they're right, they need to get a quick barometer read. How are we doing right now in practice? Is it at the level we want it? Is the effort, the energy? So that's leadership development, not just by reading a book or doing a funsy thing. That's how it's done. And then we have our captains already starting some of these things. We have our captains do team bonding activities, whether it's movie night, whether it's pasta party, whether it's doing some funsy game stuff. So we want our captains out in front as much as possible. We also want our captains to be the first in line for drill work, especially if they're doing a new drill and no one really knows exactly where I'm supposed to go. We don't want our captains going to the back of the line and letting our new players make mistakes. No, we want our captains in front. When we have my Skype meetings, when we have meetings, we want our captains to be the first ones to respond. So we're trying to put them out in front as much as possible.